Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday, because it is Tuesday yet again. Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a guest. We're going to get to that. But well, hi, everybody. Let's go in and say hi and see who's in our chat. Debbie and
Look
Max.
who's first. Debbie and Max.
Excuse me. All of a sudden, I got a frog in my throat. Not a gecko, a frog. Thank you. Debbie and Max. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, look,
Happy
the two
Tuesday.
chicks are here.
I said hi to everybody as well. I was trying to be nice.
Mika!
How you doing, sweetie? I said, I hope everybody's having a good week, and she came back with having a crappy week.
I'm sorry, honey.
I'm sorry.
Is it a holdover from last week?
Yeah, is there something, well, it's the weather, I'm sure, isn't the best.
Yeah.
Because TC, of course. Also, hey, TC, how
Hey,
you doing?
TC. Everybody's snowed
everybody's
in.
getting dumped on is what it is.
I know.
And
I feel
the
bad.
weather.
I honestly feel bad
Yeah.
on one end, and then the other end, I'm like really happy I'm here.
And then it goes away because we look outside.
Yeah.
Greg, the man, the myth, the legend, No Money G is here. Hello, buddy. How are you?
Oh, yeah, and it's blowing like a mother trucker here.
It is windy today, so we may have an interruption of service. If you hear a beep, our power flashed. Hopefully it doesn't affect our internet too much, for sure. Ethel!
Pink Handwave!
How you doing, sweetie? How are you? Let's see.
Everybody's saying that.
Hi.
There's Wildflower.
The timekeeper is here. Hi, Trev. What you doing, Bubby? Trevor will not come up and see people, but maybe. Let's see.
Oh, the purple and the blue?
Yeah. We're styling today.
We're styling.
Purple and blue. Hi, baby. Well, come here. No? Okay.
Yeah, text me later, chick. Please.
It's a bunch of stuff.
I'm here for you.
Bunch of stuff. All right, I got everybody else. Okay, I think that's everybody. All right, you ready? So, introduction. Well, you gotta.
I don't want to do it too loud because TC's got headphones on, but
you should.
Drum roll.
No, it's who are we bringing up?
So we're a rare breed. Her name is Mary, and there's not many of us left in this world.
Okay.
I don't think. Well, unless you live in Spanish countries where
Maria's a thing.
So yeah.
Are you gonna share how you
know
Mary and everything, or
Mary and her husband are in the same relocation program. They have been in Costa Rica longer than us.
Yes.
And so yeah.
So that's it. Right.
So that's it. That's how we met.
Everybody, welcome to the stage.
We met them on Zoom meetings weekly, and then when we came last year to visit, they were at breakfast.
Yes.
And so we got to get to know them, and so.
Okay. So welcome everybody. Please, our guest, Mary. Come on up.
So
Mary.
our first guest.
I'm the first. I'm second.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So hi everybody. This is Mary. She is a lovely individual. We on and off have been to the breakfast, and we got to reacquaint ourselves with her. And Matt wasn't there though, right?
Matt was there last year. No, he's a working fool now. So he's working for the man again.
So Mary, go ahead and share anything you'd like to share about yourself.
Well, let's see. So like you said, Matt and I have lived here just over a year now. So we are originally from Texas. I know I don't really sound like I'm from Texas, and that's okay. I'm very proud of that.
Meet Ethel Lewis, because she is also from Texas.
Oh yeah.
She's in the chat.
Okay, I just clicked on something and it did something weird.
I know, it's okay. You full screen us, it's gonna mess with you. You gotta have the screen. Yeah, there you go. She said
no. It's not letting me comment. I have to join the chat and then blah blah. So just hi everybody. I'm not writing things in the chat. I'm just saying hello now.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. We don't either usually when we're.
Ethel's from Texas as well. So she's
okay. Well, hi, Ethel. Yes. So Matt has lived all over Texas. He's lived in Houston and Dallas and El Paso and San Antonio and Austin and Killeen, and he's lived everywhere in Texas. I am originally from Brownsville, which if you know Texas comes to a point at the bottom, the point is Brownsville, and that's where I'm from. But he and I met in Austin. But I've lived kind of all over because my ex-husband was military. So, but yeah. And so now we're here and we love it. And like they said, we met them through the weekly video calls through the relocation person. And then Mary and I just happened to sit next to each other last week at breakfast. And so we just decided we're therapy buddies now. And so we just chatted, and they told me about the weekly thing that they do. I'm like, oh, I want to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
I love the fact that you're therapy buddies. I think that's so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl.
I'm calling her TB.
So yeah, Ethel says she's from South Texas as well.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So she knows where Brownsville is. So if she
Yeah.
says South Texas, she knows where Brownsville is.
Their weather's much better than it is where we came from, for sure. Okay.
Yes,
so
although it's cold there right now. So
we have a question in the chat.
And see, you
us
asked how
choose
we were,
Costa Rica?
what we were going to talk about, and
Questions in the
voila, we
Right,
have a
thank
very
you.
smart chat.
Oh,
So,
very
So
smart.
what made us choose Costa Rica? Okay, so our life was getting a little weird in the States. Like things were just, I don't want to go into all the details, but life had been getting rough. And so we knew we were going to have to move out of our house. And when I came home from work one day, Matt said, we're going to have to move anyway. What if we moved to like Halifax? Because he'd been there once when he was a kid and thought it was beautiful. And I was like, okay, I liked where he was going with this, but I said, okay, I see you're Halifax and I raise you a Spanish speaking country because I was a Spanish major in college and I taught Spanish for several years, but I never actually spent time abroad, which biggest regret of my college career. So he was like, okay, so he goes back to the drawing board and researches, and finds a couple of countries. And he says, okay, what do you think about either Belize or Costa Rica? And I said, well, the trouble with Belize is it's not actually a Spanish-speaking country. It is an English-speaking country. It's just surrounded by Spanish-speaking countries. So look into Costa Rica a little bit more and give me some more information. So he goes and he keeps looking at stuff and finds this relocation person. And so then he was like, I really think this maybe could be good. And he's great at research. He's great at finance. He does all that stuff, not my forte. And so in April of 24, we did a scouting trip like Mary and Dawn had done. So we did a scouting trip. We did all the Central Valley, which is kind of the center part of Costa Rica. It's not the coast. It's not the hot part. We wanted something cool and comfortable because in Texas, you get summer like 8 months of the year. It's just all like, again, where my sister lives, like already last week, it was in the 90s, so no, thank you. So we toured around, and when we were looking to actually move, the first house that the relocation people found for us was here in San Ramon. And so we're like, okay, and we have just stayed in this area because we really like it, and we're getting to know the area and we're getting to know the people. And so for me, Costa Rica is sort of a lifelong dream to live in a Spanish-speaking country. And so I love it. My Spanish is getting better because even though I taught Spanish, that was a long time ago. Yeah. And if you don't use it, you lose it. If you do not grow up speaking the language, and even if you did, if you're not using language, you're going to forget it. And I have forgotten things a lot. And so I learn stuff every day. And Matt's improving, but slowly, because now he has a job, and so he doesn't leave the house ever. So he doesn't interact as much. But so that's how we chose Costa Rica. That's why we're here, because
why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Craig is here. Welcome. Yeah. So actually, McCaw, who asked that question, she's a language educator as well.
Yes. I recently got my TESOL certification, so I can teach English as well.
Oh, super. That's
awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
McCaw is because we know two Veronicas. One's spelled with a K and one's spelled with a C. Okay. And so it's a thing. So,
my ex-mother-in-law, her name was Mary. So there were two Mary Longlenays. But her name, because she was born on Christmas Eve, her mother spelled her name Merry. Oh. And so when the four of us were together, my ex-husband and his dad would say Mary with an E versus Mary with an A.
There you go.
So we would know who they were talking to.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
McCaw is originally from Germany. I don't think she minds me sharing this, and now lives in the States on the east side of the States. And
Guten Morgen.
There you go.
There's my German.
There you go.
That's all I got.
She's also using Duolingo to learn Spanish.
Yeah, she's also in Duolingo.
Okay.
Clutch. So we've been doing that. But yeah, so that's very cool. So do you find that Costa Rican Spanish, there's what differences do you see?
It's different. So Because my Spanish is mostly Mexican Spanish, because even though I learned Spanish really in college, I'd heard it my whole life because Brownsville is right on the border of Mexico and everyone there speaks Spanish. Really, Brownsville is very much like your expat life here in Costa Rica. Everyone around you is speaking Spanish all the time. All the signs are in both Spanish and English. So I grew up with very much Mexican Spanish, which is basically the same. I mean, you can understand, like, obviously I understand Costa Rican Spanish, but there are just certain words and phrases that they say that are different, certain pronunciations that are different, like the double L in Mexico is just sounds like a Y. So like amarillo, the color yellow, amarillo is a double L there at the end. And so you say it like a Y. Whereas here they say more of like an amarillo, more like a J. Whereas like in Argentina, they say more like amarillo, you know, so everybody has just a little bit. And so again, so some of the vocabulary is a little different, some of the, you know, and yeah, so mostly it's the same.
It's not going to mess with my brain.
Well, no,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's
So
like,
but I learned that the double L was a Y.
why?
right.
But
But it's like if you go to England, they're going to call an elevator a lift. Or if you go to Australia, they're going to call it. So it's the same thing in English speaking countries. We just don't notice it as much because we're so much more comfortable with English.
This is Tex-Mex. There you go. Tex-Mex. True.
Yeah.
True. But we have so we're taking, everybody kind of knows this, we're taking Wednesday class at the local biblioteca, which is the library, on Wednesday. And that is he's a native speaking, but he's not Argentinian.
Right.
So
He's from Argentina, but his wife is Tika. She's from here.
Right. So he'll give you some of that.
Yeah. So he actually is good because he knows the two different Spanishes.
Right.
Yep.
So that helps a lot. Plus he
and I was in that intermediate class for a while just to kind of see if that was going to do anything for me. And so he would say, well, how do you say this? And I might say, oh, it's like this. And he's like, well, except here they're going to say this other thing.
Exactly.
And so that's what kind of made me go, oh, okay. So it's definitely different here.
That's very helpful. What was it like? Two versus
two versus usted?
Yeah, I mean he.
Yeah, because I have been saying.
She was said
itu,
and he said it's more. Here usually they use usted.
Usted.
Right.
So
yeah, the default is usted, but once you know somebody, then I feel like if they start using tu with me, then I'm gonna start using tu right back. You know.
Yeah, but so there's these little things that we're gonna learn as we go along. Plus, we start
today
with a language coach or private tutor tonight.
At 4.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays we do it online.
We're like trying to immerse.
We want to
good for you. And so who are you doing the language tutoring through?
We speak Spanish.
Yes, we speak.
Okay.
Sarah Elena had him on last year in November.
Oh, okay.
And guy is extraordinarily personable and stuff. And so and they offer classes. They are going to open an office in San Ramon, but they have one in Atenas and one someplace, Gracia, I think.
Okay.
But it's too far to drive.
Sure.
Yeah.
And my learning style is different. So I said, we're going to pay for private lessons for the two
I've
of us.
actually thought about the same myself, paying for a private tutor, just because what Bruno does at the library is not advanced enough for what I need. I need, you know, so I would need.
Well, yeah, you're totally on another level.
Oh, we are so beginner because we speak Spanish. They send you all this information on your email, right?
And they send you a test.
So
test.
2 multiple choice tests, and we pretty much sucked.
We didn't suck that bad.
No, I mean we didn't fail them, but
no, I was gonna say
like the first
one. That's the thing. There's no failing. It's just an assessment.
No, it was multiple guesses for me, basically.
Right.
So I'm like, well, at least I have nowhere to go but up from here.
Exactly. You can only improve.
Hopefully.
Midcott, are you serious, Patrick? Which explains. Oh, he's not here because I know why. Okay.
You're not calling me an angry German like Patrick. Yeah, well.
Yeah, but that's Patrick.
I've only ever known very nice Germans. We had an exchange student. My senior year of high school, we hosted a girl from Germany. And she was lovely. I got to go over to Germany in 2006 for her wedding. My sister and I got to go. It was lovely. Germans are lovely people.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
beautiful. Mhm.
Yes, not all
Yeah.
Germans are angry. There you go.
His
Patrick.
angry German
Well, there's
friend.
only one really historically very angry German, and we don't really like to talk about him. He's an idiot.
No, we try not to
Yeah.
bring that up at all, for sure. But yeah.
I
So
think, you know what? I think people think Germans are angry just because their language sounds kind of angry. You know, like my favorite word in German, my sister's name is Margaret, and my daughter's name is Marguerite. I named her after my sister. And so Margaret or Marguerite or Margarita mean daisy. Okay. The word for
Right.
daisy, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, and I apologize if I am, is Ganzenblümchen. Okay. That's just an angry sounding word. Ganzenblümchen. Like you could just yell that at somebody and it sounds like you're cursing them. And so I think it's just German kind of sounds all the time.
yeah. Oh, and he was Austrian, not German. So there's that for the record. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
I don't blame you for wanting to throw him off. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Don't take that. Yeah. Don't take that.
You don't have to claim them.
We're not claiming him. We're not claiming him. Oh, what's we got here?
Oh, I'm not pronouncing that.
Yeah, Ganzenblümchen. That's the word I was just saying.
That's you could say it softer.
Ganzenblümchen.
Or just whip those words in there,
What's the
I know.
native speaker?
complete with all our little dots and everything.
So I have a question,
Umlaut.
Mary. So you Central Valley, San Ramon.
Uh-huh.
What are some of the when you got here? What was some of the idiosyncrasies or culture shock moments or just light differences that you found that you didn't really realize was going to be a thing until you got here and started living here?
So the thing that I have shared with other people, I shared it with y'all. I've shared it with, you met Frank and John at the breakfast, you know, because someone shared Tika, a Costa Rican woman who is married to an American, shared this with me. We met her early on when we first got here. And something that she told me is all Costa Ricans lie. She was like, they will lie to your face. And what she means is they are very non-confrontational people.
Yes.
They don't want to ruffle your feathers. They don't want to upset you. And so they would rather lie than upset you in any way. And so they don't see that as a bad thing. Whereas as Americans, we're like, okay, you told me you're going to be here in 10 minutes and it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't want to upset you. So that's why they said 10 minutes, because they thought that's what you wanted to hear. And so when you when you hear about like Tico time, that's what they're talking about, is that whole idea of I don't want to upset you. And so the people that I have worked with, like we have a housekeeper and then the gal I go to go get my nails done, I have told them, please do not do that with me. If I ask you a question, if I say, when are you going to be here? I want you to actually tell me when you really think you're going to be here, because I am planning my day around that, you know? And so thankfully, both of these women are wonderful women and they are totally great with that. But, you know, we've had like the first house we lived in, the landlord's uncle lived very close to us and he was supposed to come and there was just a small yard in the back. And so he was going to come just with his weed eater and take care of the lawn. Like 5 different times we scheduled. Oh, I'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, I'll come next week. Nothing. And this is a great guy, and we love this guy, and I've seen him since, and he, you know, since we've moved, and he's still wonderful. But they're just going to lie their little faces off.
We've had little issues with our plumbing, and
when we moved in,
literally, the landlord would say, "Okay, the guy is coming, the plumber, but
the maintenance guy's coming.
Maintenance guy's coming tomorrow morning, and he'll be there." No, all day long. No.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure he's coming tomorrow then. So next day. So
Right.
yeah, I feel you on that one for sure. Because
I feel like that's kind of the biggest thing you have to get used to.
Yeah.
Is just that whole idea of maybe it's now, maybe it's not now, maybe it's never going to happen. You know.
I mean, in the States, it's kind of a thing. Everybody knows, like the cable company will be here between 2 or 10 and 2 or whatever.
Right.
It's more than that even.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they will actually show up between 10 and 2. And if they don't, you have recourse. You can call and be like, you said, and you can get mad at them and then they'll give you a discount or something, you know, whatever.
But
but here you're just like, well.
If somebody's supposed to come to your house at 9 in.the.morning here, you might as well just not do anything the rest of the day.
Yep.
Truthfully.
Yep.
I mean, it's rare occurrence. If the only exception I've seen from that is one delivery we had where the guy was like, we will be here this time, and then through WhatsApp you can actually send them your location and they can respond
Right.
back to you. So that's cool. But yeah, we've had other deliveries that were like, we'll be coming sometime in the morning, and that's fine. But this one gentleman from a tennis showed up.
Oh my God, he was
right on time. Right on time.
Communicated and
Yeah.
like, boom, boom, boom.
Very professional.
We're like, okay, we love you.
Okay, TC, you step out, sweetie, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm too type A for that. Oh,
well, and she's right. It's something that you really have to get used to, because I'm a very on time person. Like, I'm going to be there on time. I might even be a few minutes early, but I won't bother you until the appropriate time. You know, like that's how I was raised. And so this whole maybe not thing, I don't love it.
You're a Vita baby.
Right, exactly. Pura vida. You just kind of have to go, well, it is what it is.
It totally is what it is, for sure.
I do like the question thing, though. Yeah, so y'all ask more questions, so that's good. I like that.
Oh, yeah, the question thing. Anybody in the chat, ping your questions, kids, because we're here for you. We're here for you. We got a lot of questions when we moved. It's kind of slacked off a little bit. We talk about our what happened this week kind of thing, like you know, telling you about the spider in the cat litter. That was fun.
Yeah, our weekend was, we ended up having a house gecko that hung out in the corner of while we're watching TV, and of course geckos aren't very big and they're kind of got squishy skin, so we didn't want to like take a broom to him.
So we just left him.
We named him Fred or Frederica.
He might still be here, we don't know. Or the cats may have been. But the spider is definitely outside, because when I was telling Mary earlier, I was changing cat litter, dumped out extra litter after I, to replace what I took out, and out came a big black thing.
About 3 inches
8
long.
legs. And he was big. He was silver dollar size for sure. Yeah. And
he was long and narrow.
They say they come in when it rains, and it did rain the night before. So I don't know.
Which is very weird. It is not supposed to rain in February at all. This is the dry season. And so the fact that any rain is bizarro.
And they had a lot by the coast too. I think some, and also La Fortuna, which is not, it's a little lower elevation, but it has the volcano. They've gotten a lot of rain. People are bitching online about how much rain they've gotten. Yeah. And I'm like, we've been here, almost 2 months now, and that's the first time it really dumped on us.
Yeah. And we had thunder the day before.
But it's not supposed to rain at all. Like in the mornings, I get up and take a walk, and I'm just north of San Ramon. I'm in the San Juan area. It's still considered San Ramon, but I'm just a little bit. And so in the mornings, several times now, I've been doing this for say 4 weeks now, and several times I will get up, and it's like, it's not fog so much as just a low hanging cloud. And so it's just misty. Very misty as I'm walking. And I'm like, hey, it's not supposed to be like this at all. This is the dry season. There should be no precipitation. Yeah. So this has been a weird year for weather.
Don't blame us, people. People of Costa Rica, do not blame us. We did not bring it.
Yeah.
It showed up on its own. Let's see. No, money says that would drive me crazy. I can't handle some exaggeration. Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And also, you guys should know that even though she had the jump scare, she was going to capture the spider, but then hesitated. So she it was stuck in the litter box.
She grabbed the container.
I grabbed the plastic container and
scooped it up.
Scary spider.
Took it outside
into the container
but the thing is, when you used to,
I don't even like
Michigan
spiders.
And in the U.S. Okay, spiders. If you're throwing a spider outside, it's probably this big. It's not very big. No. And if somebody takes it across the yard and throws it on the bush or something. Right. You'd never see it. You would just trust that it landed because you're standing in the doorway and you're maybe 30 feet away. Well, guess what? I saw that sucker not only land on the plant she put it on, but then scurry up the hill. It was big, okay? Anyway.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Matt is nice. Like if there's because there are certain bugs I can handle and there are certain bugs I cannot. Okay. And so if a spider comes along, usually I'm like, hey babe, can you come? But the other day, and he'll scoop it up and he'll take it outside. Like he lets them go. And because spiders are good and all that nonsense, right? I cannot. And so when I saw one in the laundry room the other day, I apologized to him and then I stepped on him because I'm not gonna.
Nope. No. And so now, she's in charge of bugs
and geckos.
And I when we were in Michigan, I was doing if the dog killed something in the yard, I'd take care of that.
Oh,
So I took care of the dead thing.
We had a dog that was had a
You're dead
very
for life. Got it.
big
Yeah, exactly.
prey instinct, and so bunnies and stuff were not safe in our backyard.
Ooh, sure.
It was not good. She was a
So
Yeah.
are there any folks in your expat group who moved down with young kids? Or kids?
Yes.
There are plenty. Yes.
I
Yes,
have
there
not
was
met
a guy who comes to the breakfast. He hasn't been there lately. His name's Eric. He has 2 young girls. He and his wife are divorced, and so I know the girls were here for a while. They maybe are now back with mom. I don't know but yeah, they were enrolled in school. I think one was 4 and one was 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know another gal who, through our relocation person, who's planning on moving here, and her son is 15-ish, 16-ish, something like that. And then I met another couple just, again, a couple weeks ago at the Thursday breakfast. And they're thinking about moving down here. They have 2 kids. One's a senior this year. And so then they would move with just the other one, again, another teenager. So there are people who move with young kids. The people that I know personally, other than Eric, it tends to be more teenagers, but I know that people do it. I know that people move here with young kids.
And when I was, because I had to go to the consulate to have my paperwork for my proof of income notarized. So you have to go into the consulate and they have to do all that. I was sitting next to a mother and her son. I will assume we didn't, but he's, they seem to be possibly non-binary. But anyway, they were both there getting some paperwork done as well. So there are more than you'd think, and a lot of people on the call have kids. I've noticed the relocation calls. They're talking about, like, okay, we're coming with our young teens or younger than that, even possibly kids.
Right.
And then they have questions about school and stuff. But there are a lot more than you'd think, really. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Although I would say the majority of people who move here are retired.
Yeah.
Like that's my experience. And again, if you come to the expat breakfast, that's mostly what you see. I feel like Matt and I are kind of the exception in that we still have to work,
Yeah.
So, but most people are retired. I see another question that says, so are you happy there? Yes. Yes, we are. Because, and let me tell you why, because here's something that we learned and that we recognized before we got here. What you are doing is you are trading convenience for simplicity.
Yes.
So your life might not be as convenient. You might have to go to a few more stores to find the thing you're looking for, or you might not be able to use that thing anymore because they don't do it here, or have it here or whatever.
Right.
But your life is infinitely more simple because you don't have the headache of all the things that are going on politically. But no matter what side you're on, politics in the U.S. is insane. And so it's simple. It's a simpler life. Like, I do not feel the stress that I felt in the States, even though I'm looking for a job right now. Like, I don't have a job. I said I'm working. I'm not actually working. I'm looking for a job, and that's stressful. But I'm like, pura vida, baby. Like, it's fine. Like, this life is a very simple, straightforward, uncomplicated life. We moved. One of the reasons we were able to move here is because his son is in his mid-30s. I have 3 kids. They're now 20, 22 and 24. So the last one who just graduated high school when we, and then we moved the following year. So
you don't look that old, by the way. You do not look that old. Thank you very much.
You're my
cousin. Neither does Matt.
Yeah, I know. They both look.
Yeah. And both his parents have passed away and my parents have passed away. So we didn't have anyone that we had to care for. We weren't having to look after anyone else. It's just us now. And we've only been married for 6 years. So this is kind of a honeymoon sort of time for us because we don't have young children we have to care for. We don't have aging parents we have to care for. It's just us, and we can kind of do whatever we want, and we do. So we love it here. We miss our family. We went home at Christmas. We saw them. We got the hugs and kisses, the quota that we needed, and now we're back. So, and then we have this wonderful thing called technology.
I know, right? It's like, we've got my mom back at home because she couldn't come. She wanted to, but she couldn't do it because of her health. I'm calling her on, WhatsApp. And I can video call her.
Yeah. I talk to my sister every Monday through Friday. I talk to my sister every day on the phone for ridiculous amounts of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
not a problem.
So it can be done. And I agree. It's not that we're not actively monitoring what's going on in the U.S.
Sure.
It just
I mean,
feels like to me that I'm on socials and news channels as much as I was back in the States, but for some reason, and I know the reason, but I'm going to share with you guys, it feels to me like it's less of a weight to carry.
I feel safer.
yes.
It's safer. It's less cumbersome. It doesn't weigh me down like when I was living there.
Right.
It didn't feel like, the death knell of my existence as much as it did when we were living there. So
Right.
it's a huge weight. I'm still politically
We're still
aware,
connected to it, but not.
but
right.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like you're connected, but kind of like once removed,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, causes stress, exactly.
It causes less, it does, it causes less stress. I don't know, I wouldn't say it causes less stress, but I would say for me
Yeah.
personally, there is less stress. For Matt, even though he's working, he feels so much less stress.
Right.
This job, and the irony is he works online and he works for a company in Austin, which is where we moved from. Like
Yeah.
we met his boss face to face when we were home at Christmas for the first time. But even when that job is kind of driving him crazy, when he signs off at the end of the day, he's like, and I'm done.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
Because what's she going to do? Come knocking on the door? No.
Nope.
You know?
I don't have to drive into work to take care of a problem because
Exactly. Right. And that's part of it too, is there are no more commutes like that. One of the jobs Matt had earlier on in our marriage, he had to drive easily an hour to an hour and a half each way to get to work.
Yep.
No, thank you. Now his commute is from one bedroom to the other.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and so I don't know if we've made it clear to the audience or not, to the chat. You cannot work in Costa Rica.
Right.
You have to have either a telecommuting job or be a retiree or own a
No.
business.
Yes.
And
You can
hire-
own a business, but you cannot work at that business.
Right. You can hire
Mhm.
people to work at your business. They have to be local. So
There's rules.
there's rules. So that's
Right.
why like her husband can
Right, because we're not residents here. We
Right.
don't have our residency. We are still here on a tourist visa. And so we don't have, we have zero rights and privileges in that regard.
Right.
So he works online. And so when I say I'm looking for work, I'm looking for online work because I cannot be employed by someone in Costa Rica.
Ethel was
Someone
born in
was
Austin.
born in Austin. Yeah, I
Oh.
think Matt's,
Well,
I don't know if both Matt's kids, but I think one of Matt's kids was born in Austin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love commuting from my bedroom to my living room. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a spare bedroom, and so Matt's office is in there. Mine is in our dining room. This is my
Yeah.
dining room, but we don't actually own a dining table at this point. So here I am. So there's my kitchen right through there. There's the bar that we don't really use so much as a bar.
That's okay. I have to do a full a tour of our house yet. I haven't done that in the chat.
Yeah.
People
People-
just come. Do you see the little blue thing on the wall? Okay, so that is something my middle child made for me for Christmas. Well, she didn't make it for me. She made it and then gave it to me for Christmas. She made that. She does blacksmithing. And
Oh,
so
wow.
she's in school for blacksmithing. And so
That's
she
cool.
welded that and I love it. So I finally hung it on my wall literally yesterday or the day before.
It's lovely.
So
I love watching makers, basically is what they're calling them now, but people who
Right.
craft things with their hands, right? Or make and create things. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very
when
cool.
I think I mentioned my ex-husband was in the military, and so when we lived in Hawaii, my middle daughter and I both did scuba, and so that reminds me of it looks like waves and they're little
Yeah.
bubbles. So
Very
that
cool.
Very
Very neat.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
You,
chat.
you can hang things on your wall.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
We can. Yeah, we actually have what do you call it? What do you call stuff? Oh,
The
Driving?
command strips.
no, the perimenopause brain. What do you call this stuff? That you can hang plaster? No.
Well, drywall. There's drywall.
Drywall. Thank you.
Yeah, you have drywall in your house?
We do not.
God
In
bless
this
you.
house we do.
We do
In
not
this
here.
house we
It
do.
is
The first 2 houses we lived in, concrete.
it's cement and plaster over it, and it's
Right.
got of course the texture walls. But if you even touch it, we had our air mattress on the floor when we first got here, and it had the little the port that you open and close to blow it up. It had the pump built in. Because that hit the wall a few times, it wore away some of the finish on the wall.
Yeah.
which is just a plaster coat or whatever, or
Right.
or some kind of.
Right.
So yeah, these walls are very delicate. You can't just throw a nail into it like you can in
Yeah.
drywall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's weird because they're both delicate and they're hard as rock because
Oh
they're
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit it
they
with my
use is-
head, but yeah.
We would
Paint
literally
like
have
that.
to drill in order to put
Yeah.
anything in the wall. And they kind of were explicit about not putting holes in the wall.
Which I'm fine with.
So command strips, but then command strips on these, again, even
Well, you have to be very careful.
you have to be very careful
Right.
because they can take that skim coat off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
paint or
they
whatever.
hung
yeah.
up like curtain hanger rod, whatever,
Uh-huh.
plastic.
They're plastic.
They did it before we moved in so that we could put curtains on the front. Like the curtain
Right.
right behind us faces out to the street.
Okay.
So
I can blow you out here. Hold on.
yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll blow you out. You
Yeah.
can't see.
Don't go to the light, Mary. Don't go to the light.
Mary, whatever you do. So on a really cloudy day, everybody, we will be glad to open that window for you. But right now, you wouldn't see us anymore. I'd have to
Yeah.
drop the camera exposure down for a large amount of thing. But
Yeah.
we ended up setting up. We have a 3-bedroom,
Yeah, technically.
technically a 3-bedroom house that we're renting. And the master bedroom has a bath off of it and a little closet area. The other 2 bedrooms are smaller. I would say you probably would want to fit a single bed. in both.
Where your office is,
Yeah.
if you could put a twin in there, maybe without your desk.
I
in
will
there.
have a tour. I will do a video tour real quick sometime and put it up on the channel so you guys can all watch it. But there's not a lot of room in the 2 other rooms. So Mary has an office and I have an office, and we're sharing basically the sewing machines at this point.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Do you do any sewing, Mary?
I did. My mother sewed when I was little. And so and when my sister and I graduated from high school, my sister and I are identical twins. And so when we graduated from high school, that was we each got a sewing machine as a graduation gift.
Okay, cool.
I was not thrilled, but
Well,
and so I had some sewing, but my sister did it far more than I did. And so like when she was in college, people would pay her a little bit to, alter a dress or, let out the hem of the pants or whatever. So she's always done that much more. And so like when COVID hit, I gave her some old sheets or something or bought some fabric and she made a bunch of masks for everybody. So she still sews. I do not. I have done it. I know how to do it. I would probably not be very good at it at this point.
My goal is to learn how to. That's one of the things I put as a goal for when we moved here. I said I'm going to learn how to sew, and Mary does a little bit of sewing. So
Yeah, like I made masks.
yeah, she did the mask thing. When she
I
was
did the masks
during
thing
COVID as well.
and was donating them and stuff. And
Right. Sure. Yeah. I
I
keep backing up to be able to read the thing.
Yeah. No. So what you got here is in the group here is a bunch of resellers and others.
Okay.
So Mika is a reseller. She does
but she also works full
she
time.
works full time, but she also works in her home as well as a reseller. Greg is full time reselling, and he has his inventory space / what do you want to say, office, right? In the same house he lives in. So that's kind of cool. I'm trying to think of who else.
Well, we did the same thing.
Yeah, I can introduce you a few more people. So no money. We've got. I'm not sure, Greg. You're reselling, right? Yeah. Introduce yourself, kids, because
Wildflower. I'm not sure if
that's the cat food dish.
that's
Sorry.
the cat food dish.
One more time. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Over the wind.
Over the wind.
So it's kind of a mix of people, and like No Money G, we've met in person.
Yeah.
He came to our house a couple summers ago. Veronica Mitka, how many years has it been now, Veronica? I drove to Chicago because she had a work thing in Chicago, and we only lived a couple hours from Chicago. So I drove in and we went to a drag brunch. And
TC and I.
TC is actually has become a good friend, but he was a customer.
Right. He does a lot of YouTube related to the vinyl community, so records, music, and oriented stuff. He and I actually, guys, heads up. back and when we get into April, finally, first Monday in April, TC and I will be bringing back Music Mojo. So we do a show every other week, talking about music related topics, and we will be getting back into that. TC will post more because it'll be mostly on his channel at that point. We will be simulcasting as well, but I wanted to bring that up. So yeah, TC, good friend. Everybody in the chat is a good friend, I would say. That we've all done multiple episodes of this show and others, and just got to know each other really well. So
Nice.
they're good people. So if you get contacted by anybody on this list, they're good people. You're fine. You're fine. Anybody have any more questions? Oh, let's not forget them. I was going up the list, you guys. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I couldn't only go up so far.
Debbie and Max
Are crazy people.
We're also
never talk to them. No, they're lovely. They're lovely. I'm joking.
So when we used to sell on Wednesday afternoons on Johnny's channel,
Yes.
Debbie and Max were actually there before we got there.
Mhm.
And so they have become really good friends.
And we've seen them multiple times. They came to see us. They bought some stuff from our home before we did our liquidation.
They bought our car.
They bought our trikes.
They drove in from Virginia.
Yeah, all the way from Virginia. So they're crazy people that they are.
Like a week before Thanksgiving last year. And we had 2 recumbent bikes that we had purchased, and we decided we couldn't bring them with us because it's hilliard and shit here.
Mhm.
And we would have died on the street with recumbent bikes. So,
So we would ended up just flipping over backwards because the hill is so steep, but we would just.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I wouldn't even have tried it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you've got those. I've shown videos of me driving around here, and
There's no shoulder.
Yeah. So Debbie and Max are a hoot, and they're lovely people. And hopefully Max is getting use out of one of those bikes. I would hope. But yeah. Yes, we did talk. We did compliment. Yes, you missed it.
Yes, and you got a compliment, Veronica.
She's taking work calls. I hate work. I know.
Yeah, Mick, how long has it been since we saw each other in Chicago?
It's probably a couple of years now. Time is flying like crazy.
Oh my God.
I hate to say it, but yeah. I hate to say it. So, any other questions for either Mary or us about Costa Rica and the Costa Rican lifestyle? We're wide open. We're wide open. We're open books, kids. You know that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what's your day look like then? I know you said you were looking for.
Craig's looking for a 3-wheel.
Right. So my day is pretty boring right now. I had been involved in a business venture with a friend, but that didn't work out. So that had taken up a lot of time. But right now, I actually am going to be working on a proposal for a position. So I need to do that. There's a position that I'm hoping to get that I need to create a proposal for the owner of the company to say, hey, because it's not really a position that exists exactly. So I just need to be like, hey, you want to hire me because I'm great. So I need to work on that. Generally though, my day, I'm the house spouse right now. For a while, Matt had been injured in an accident and was on workers' comp and was awaiting surgery. And so I was working and he wasn't. And he was a great house spouse. He made sure we had groceries. He made sure the house was getting clean. He made sure laundry was getting done. He was doing all the things. He was a fantastic house spouse. And so now I kind of feel like I have a standard to live up to.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Is a little bit higher than maybe my standard might have been. So mostly my days, especially in the mornings, I get up, I take my walk, and then I do my exercise, and then I spend a little time just kind of getting my brain ready for the day. And then I try to get some kind of housework done, whether I'm doing laundry, doing the floors, doing the whatever, trying to get that done. I've been just reading a lot lately. Horribly, horribly terrible, awful, fluffy romance books that really generally I don't like, but there's like a whole series. And so if I can find something that I like and there's a series, then I will stick with it because it's something to do, So I've read all of the James Patterson, Alex Cross series. I've read all of the James Patterson, who's the gal, Lindsay, somebody or other series. So if you know a good series, I don't like gore. I don't like weird
Okay.
horror nonsense.
Yeah, like Stephen King's not your jam.
Yeah, no Stephen King. No, but more like James Pan, more like intrigue, mystery, whodunit, kind of that sort of thing is what I like. Yeah. But right now, honestly, I'm reading all the Bridgerton books and all the external Bridgerton books and further external, and it's fluffy nonsense. It really is. And I apologize if you love that stuff. I mean, no disrespect.
No, everybody
but it's
here,
something to,
No, don't apologize.
it's usually like fun if they're offended, but like we all understand that we're not all the same.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, we'll get off on tangents on this channel for sure. We'll talk about food a lot. We'll talk about depends on who's in the chat. Cats for sure. Animals, and we will talk about nerdy things. We'll talk about music. We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about
TV shows from the 70s.
Yeah.
A completist.
Completionist.
It's what I want to do. Speaking of books.
Yes. See, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to start a show. Like, if a show only has like 3 seasons or something, and it's still in production, I don't really want to watch that because I'll get there and then I have to wait, and then another season comes, and then I think, okay, what season was I on? How many seasons have come out since I was last watching it? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't want to. Just if there are 42 seasons and I can watch all of them, great. That's my kind of show.
So Craig's saying you'd love those 2 sets of books.
The 2 sets.
Collection.
Okay, well, what are they? Don't just give me that.
Share, Craig.
Yeah, give her an idea.
Buddy.
You can't just drop that and not say what it is.
Season show from 5. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Veronica. 100%.
Yep, I hate that.
Oh, and British period pieces things. I love it. Yeah. Because you notice how, like, I don't care how small the village is in Britain, there are murders that happen constantly. Like Midsummer, what was the show? Midsummer Murders or something? That is a small village, and there are murders happening all the time.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't move to that town.
English countryside.
Yeah, but wasn't the one with Jessica, what was her name?
Jessica Fletcher?
Yeah, Jessica Fletcher.
Murder She Wrote? Oh,
that's what I don't want her as a friend.
That's what got me started as a kid.
Like 300 people live there.
I don't want her.
And every week we had a murder. Nope. I'm like, I ain't moving to that town.
No.
Yes, Debbie Mix said The Residence.
That's good, but it's only 1 season, isn't it? It's a 1 shot.
Yeah, it was a limited series.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind a limited series because I know it's going to end. Like I'm prepared for that.
My favorite angry otter.
Welcome. Yeah, that's
Michael lives in Texas also.
Yep. Oh, the Nancy Drews. Yeah, those are good.
Oh,
I want to do it.
I absorbed Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys.
I want to get good enough at Spanish where I can start reading some classics in Spanish. Like I want to go pick up Fahrenheit.
Here's a suggestion.
In Spanish.
Here's a suggestion.
Yeah.
Read children's books.
That's
like primer books in Spanish. And that will help sort of cement your vocabulary. And then once you do get more proficient, another sort of step to take is to read a book in Spanish that you've already read in English.
Mm-hmm.
Like go back and read Twilight or Hunger Games or whatever, or Nancy Drew or whatever, and read it in Spanish because you're already familiar with the storyline. So you don't have to worry about that. And you can kind of focus a little bit more on, oh, is that how you say grown or whatever? I didn't know that, and for me personally, I always prefer a hard copy of a book in Spanish because for me, I'm going to get my little pencil out and my little word reference app, and I'm going to be jotting notes in the margins like, oh, this, I'm going to underline the word and I'm going to write down what it means.
Yep.
And I can't do that on my Kindle. So for me, if I'm going to read a book in Spanish or in another language, then
it's a living document at that point. You're going to make it work for you. Heart to Heart. I remember that.
My God. I absorbed Heart to Heart.
Yes.
I remember that.
I think I was a little young for Heart to Heart. I remember it being on TV, but it wasn't something I really watched. But I do remember like Cagney and Lacey type, the
oh my God. All those shows in the 70s. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Huge collection of golden books.
Oh.
For 30 some years. That's cool. Golden books.
What was the one about the pokey little puppy was one I remember.
Oh, yeah.
The saggy baggy elephant. I remember.
I'll be right back.
The best.
All right, you go do you. Great. She leaves me all alone here.
You're not alone. I'm like, what am I, chopped liver?
she does this, and then I'm like, oh great, now I have to talk.
Okay, well, I have a question. So what's the ticker tape that goes across the bottom of the screen?
All right, so on YouTube, once you hit 1,000
Okay.
members,
Uh-huh.
1,000 plus members, and you have watch hours, which means people
Right.
everywhere watching your stuff.
So many
your
number of hours
content,
per week.
You're allowed to be monetized.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we're not talking like huge bucks, but all these people that are scrolling, they're members.
Right. So they pay a
Right.
monthly fee.
Yeah, because I'm seeing their names like Debbie and Max Go Thrifting and
Yeah.
Cajun
Yeah.
Root Cellar and Craig Wolf. And like I'm thinking, okay, but these are the people that are in the chat. Like, who
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what's happening here.
So they pay $5 or whatever.
It's $5.
It's like $5 a month. They can pay more if they want, but we're not all about the money.
To support the channel. Plus we do we'll do content. So I'll put out stuff members first, and then the members get to see it before anybody else.
Okay.
There's
I
little
see.
perks
Right,
we do.
right.
We do we've also done, and we will again do some members only videos where we just all kind of come in and we do it just for members, right? So
I
that
see.
only members can see this stuff. So there's perks to it. And it is a
Gotcha.
way for them to show their
Or
support.
we'll do a private chat at night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
And then
okay.
there's super
Right,
chats.
thank you. You just
Yeah.
answered that question.
and
Why-
then we'll just have our members, they can come, we send
Thank
them
you,
a link
Veronica.
and they can come in and we just have a chat. So we did that before we left the US. And then
Right.
but we don't want anybody to ever feel bad that they are not a member. Everybody has their own circumstances. So, but Veronica likes dancing cats.
So
So she'll just drop us this is called a super chat, and she'll
Uh-huh.
drop a couple bucks, and this is why. So hold on just a second.
and there
Okay,
you
so
have it.
what was that then?
It was just a video that we play when we get a super chat. So
I
Because
see. Okay.
cats are kind of our thing, and
Gotcha.
so Dawn makes these little videos, and so if you drop $2 in the chat, it's called a super chat, and then she has a
Okay.
video for that.
So I have
If
another
we-
one
I
for a
see,
super
okay.
sticker. I'll show you.
Yeah, if we can.
So there's that.
Yeah, if we get a new member, there's a video for that.
Gotcha.
know.
Okay.
Because it'll show up in the chat oh, this is a new member. So, and then we add it to the scroll.
Gotcha. Okay. So I see.
It's a way of saying thanks.
Debbie and Max's question about US dollars. US dollars here are usually only helpful if you're in really touristy areas. So if you go to the beach, then you can use US dollars. But here in San Ramon, most people don't want your dollars. They're not going to be able to do anything with them. They want colones, or a lot of places will take a card. So a debit card or a credit card, that's fine.
Yeah.
But-
And we have some, but we did a video of the us at the farmers market, and we asked first, of course, but
Right.
they would take US dollars at that point, because
Yeah.
that's all I had. We're definitely
Yeah.
going to have to go to the bank and get our US dollars changed over, because we
Yeah.
have gotten some change in colones, but we don't have any substantial
Yeah.
amount of money in colones
Right.
right now.
Right. Yeah, and just so other people can know, you can go, Matt and I do not have a bank account here. Like I said, we're not residents, so we can't have a bank account here. So, but we go to the ATM with our US debit card and we pull out colones. And a lot of the ATMs will even ask, do you want US dollars? Do you want colones? And of course we want colones because again, I don't need dollars here.
Yeah.
So, but in a lot of places, most of the restaurants will take cards. Farmers market, like they said, La Feria, most of the time you need cash there. The other thing you can do, but again, it's only if you have a bank account here, is they have what's called SIMPay. And SIMPay is like Venmo or PayPal. And so you could just cash app it to them. But I don't have an account, I can't do SIMPay, so I have to either have cash on hand or if they take my card, great. But the ATMs, they just give you colones. And so that's pretty much how we do everything. At the beginning of the month, we get a whole bunch of colones out of the bank. And then that's our money for the
Yeah.
month.
And then Greg says, plus you can drop one of these every month to show how many months you are a member. This is true.
So bragging rights. So
Bragging
we've been a
rights.
member for 17 months.
So he
Okay.
gets
Woohoo! Yay, Greg.
this channel runs on bragging rights, trust me.
Yeah.
Especially when we do estate stuff like that.
Because, we're all
Clearly.
poor, so like like
Right.
when we do bingo, it's like we're not doing prizes, guys. You know,
Right.
like that's just
It's
no.
bragging rights.
So you get bragging rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. See,
And I
and
get
that's my
bragging
kind of thing.
rights because I won bingo last week. I kicked Debbie and Debbie of
You
Debbie
pick
and
Debbie
Max out.
Max is, yeah, there
Nice.
you go.
Nice.
So yeah, we've got US dollars we have to use or get switched over, and we'll probably have to run to the bank and just get them transferred over because,
Yeah.
but yeah, not to be confused with cajones. No,
Oh,
No,
it's-
dear.
no,
No.
colones.
Ta-dun, dun.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Hi.
And as Mary will tell you, well, in my Spanish class, Mary will tell you the story. She wanted to tell you last week I didn't let her about the
Años. So there's two
Oh,
words.
yes, she told me this story.
Años.
So-
This is a very common mistake,
Años.
though, Dawn. I don't want you to feel bad. This is a very common mistake.
I know, right?
So años
It means
is
year.
years, and so we were taking our lesson last Wednesday at the library, and años with the N has a little tilde, or however you
Mhm.
say it, on
Tilde.
top of it. And
Yeah.
Dawn didn't pronounce it
I
that
didn't
way,
pronounce it that way. I said años.
and it pretty
or
much,
años,
yeah.
depending, and that
And
means
she said she had 65 of them.
yes. No,
So-
go ahead, look it up.
Yeah, so that gave Bruno, our instructor, a
Chuckle.
The
moment
giggles, no
to
doubt.
explain the difference.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a teaching moment.
And-
I like to
You
think
know,
I've
and
done
I used to tell my students the same thing. The difference between años and años is a big thing. Also, I would tell my students, like, accent marks are not just there for decoration. They're not just pretty. Like, the French will sprinkle in accent marks like they're confetti, but in Spanish, they actually mean something. And so if you put an accent mark on the word P-A-P-A, that is your father, papa. But if there's no accent mark, it's a potato. Now, your father might be a potato, but I'm telling you, the words mean different things.
Word
so
means
that's
that, yeah.
años are different than años.
So fortunately, it was all adults in the class,
Oh, yeah.
and everybody had a sense of humor and laughed hysterically.
Of course,
So
because it's funny.
Yes.
that opened the door for Bruno
I
to
wanted
say,
to say-
okay, these are the differences
So
on
for
different
people
words.
who don't know what we're talking about, I wanted to say that I was 65 years old. What I said was I have 65 assholes. Thank you very much. So
Right.
or rectums or butts or whatever. But yes, I have.
It was a
So-
classic Dawn moment, and I love her for that.
I live with it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
It was funnier than hell, I'm telling you.
So, yes. I love
There he is. Hi, honey.
it.
Patrick.
And, yep, there he is, Patrick. Yes.
We also have known Patrick for years now.
Yes.
He lives in Kentucky, just south of.
Has made many trips previously to
He
help us get our
was-
shit together to move. So-
He proved his friendship over and over in 2025.
Yep.
Like one
Nice.
night, got in his car at 9:00 at night after our last estate sale and drove all night to our house.
Oh, yes, you told me about that.
And
Yes.
arrived
Way to
at
go, Patrick.
arrived
Hi,
at
Patrick. I'm Mary.
2:00.
I'm
This is
the special
Patrick.
Costa Rican guest.
Yes.
Should have gotten here sooner. You would have known that. Just
You'll have to
saying.
go back and watch it, sweetie.
Well, he's got stuff going on at home, I know. So
I know, yeah. But go back and watch it.
Yes,
You'll learn so
Patrick-
much.
Patrick is legend. He's an awesome human being, and he's in training to be a grumpy old man.
Oh, our
So-
timekeeper just went off.
And
Oh,
Wildflower is one of our timekeepers, and they let us know. Wait a minute, it's not 1:00. We got 11:58.
Oh,
Maybe they meant.
Oh no, your computer's
my
off.
computer's a little slow.
Yeah, it
we'll
is
run over
noon.
then. Everybody, so yes, this,
Well, it's technically 1:00.
I guess I
there.
want to thank Mary for coming on, and you are welcome anytime if you want to come on.
I
and
was just
chat.
gonna say you're welcome.
Oh yeah, no, really. What are we doing
Thank you
here?
so much. I had such a good time.
It's fun. We, like I said, we got a great group of people here in the chat. We enjoy it. It's just a way to kind of
Oh,
take
you
us
were
through a
gonna.
minute. Oh yeah, I was gonna say real quick. What I did was, I went and bought some books in Spanish, kids books.
Fantastic. I love
So,
it.
and what I want to do is I'm going to try to learn Spanish and read these on a YouTube video. So look
Okay.
for that in the future. But I'll be doing that because they're so cute.
You know what?
And I
If you
know
want,
they have a-
I can read those to you. Like I can record them so that you can hear the pronunciation.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
We may have to do that because I
Yeah.
want to do a video. I'm
No,
worried about.
can you come over at 9:00 at night and read us bedtime stories?
Yeah, there you go.
Take you in, give you some more milk.
Wow, stretch that friendship out as far as you possibly can.
I'll be like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Soft Kitty. Same Soft Kitty to me. Good God.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we are going to close it down because I know everybody's got their things to do, but we really appreciate Mary coming on. Thank you again so much. And
Thank
again,
you so much for having me. It's been very fun.
And don't sign off.
yeah, don't jump out yet because
Don't
I'm
jump
gonna
out. We'll
end the
be-
stream and we'll yak a minute. So everybody have a great week. I know if you're in the area that's getting a lot of crappy snow, please stay warm and safe. We will see you all Thursday for estate sale bingo for sure. Thank you, Wildflower, for that reminder. Don't miss that. That'll be fun too. And we will see y'all later. Take care. Peace
I
out.
love you guys.
You hip kicks.